that?
Chain gang. He does the chains for a football game.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Test, test.
What the hell? What's he explaining to them right now? He puts his hands up and points.
Basically, he's showing all the coach about the field, like if the ball hits, something like that. It's when there's any like holes, I think, gate, door, stuff like that. He's probably telling them right now that the fence is moved up now.
Okay.
What is this team out of?
Hamilton,
Cincinnati.
but community outside Cincinnati.
Right. We had Cleveland yesterday, now we have Cincinnati. Yep.
Yeah, high school too.
Live streamers, Doug Polite's here. We're about to get started. Meeting at home plate right now. Badin out of Cincinnati, Ohio, is here in town. Another windy, windy night. But Mike Letting's going to take over and do his usual thing of lineups and prayer and national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ball Straw Baseball Field here at Hyer Family Park, Jesuit High School. We're tonight, the Jesuit Tigers take on the Badin Rams. Here's the starting lineup for Badin. Leading things off will be number 7, Derek Ockley, shortstop. Batting second will be Eli Wolper, number 2, left fielder. Batting third is Keegan Sawyer, number 3, the catcher. Batting cleanup is Chandler Taylor, number 5, the center fielder. Batting the 5 spot is Austin Bacon. He is number 6 and playing third base. In the 6th spot, there's a designated hitter, number 8, Cole Emerson. He'll be batting for tonight's starting pitcher, Caleb Treason. In the 7th spot is Vince Walkle. He is number 12 and playing first base. In the 8th spot is number 29, right fielder, Reese Gonzalez. And in the 9th spot is number 10, the second baseman, Caleb Cummings. Now coming out on the field is our head coach, Brian Treadway, and the remainder of the Badin varsity Rams. Now let's meet the starting lineup for your Jesuit Tigers. This evening comes off with number 8, Ben Burke, the left fielder. Batting second will be number 12, Jim Wilson, first baseman. Batting third will be number 2, Ken Murtaugh, the center fielder. Batting fourth, tonight's starting pitcher, number 5, Wilson Anderson. Batting fifth is a designated hitter, number 25, Samir Mohammed. He'll be batting for tonight's starting shortstop, number 4, Caden Redfield. Batting sixth spot is number 6, Reggie Marshall, the catcher. Batting seventh is number 3, that's number 4, the second baseman. Batting eighth is the third baseman, number 14, Joe Kirshner. And batting ninth is the starting right fielder, number 16, Mason Greenfield. Now coming on the field is head coach Dylan Mendez, we ask you to please stand for opening prayer to be followed by the playing of our national anthem as we honor America. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty God, we ask for your blessing on all here gathered for this contest between Jesuit High School and Badin High School. We pray especially for the young men who compete here tonight. May they play to the best of their ability, free from injury, and according to the highest standards of sportsmanship. And may all of us in our daily lives seek to do your will for your greater glory. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Saint Ignatius of Loyola, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. By the way, Jesuit fans, before we run our team out on the field defensively, we'd like to report we've been told the young man who took it off the face last night turned out to have no broken bones, no lost teeth, but 10 stitches in his face. So the results looking a little miraculous.
All right, folks, another gusty, windy night here at Hyer Family Park. I'm Doug Polietz. I'm going to be bringing you the game tonight. Let's let Mike introduce everyone taking the field. All right, so tonight for the Badin Rams coming in from the Cincinnati area to take on the Tigers, I'm going to have my remote IT expert, Colin Rivera, taking care of things on the graphics and the behind-the-scenes innards of all this technology. So if we have to switch up cameras and things like that, those that are regulars know we're making this up as we go, but we're getting better. We're way better than we were last year as far as the different angles we can bring and the technology that we can at least bring to this. Wilson Anderson's going to take the mound tonight for the Tigers. He'll throw to Brady Marshall. At third base will be Jay Kirshner. Caden Wechter's going to play shortstop. Hudson Rivera at second. Griffin Boson at first base. Ben Burke, Kenan Murtaugh, and Mason Greco left to right in the outfield. Of course, Wilson Anderson, this will be his final regular season start as a Jesuit pitcher. What a career he's had. He is currently committed to Mississippi State. He is the number 3 right-handed pitcher in the state of Florida in this graduating senior class. The number 6 right-handed pitcher in the country in this senior class. Wilson is a former Team USA member. He throws up to 97 miles an hour, mixes it in with a changeup and a slider. He's a perfect game All-American, a 2-time tournament MVP, a tournament most valuable pitcher, a tournament All-American, a 22-time All-Tournament selection. Just as storied a career here as you can have. He has thrown 43 2/3 innings this year and has struck out 58 while walking 18, holding opponents to a 2.01 average with a nearly 2 out of 3, so 64.7% first pitch strike percentage. He also does it with the bat, and we'll get that when he actually comes up to bat. But he will face, for the Rams, a lineup that I do not have as much regrettably, as much research on, as it's been a little bit elusive getting all these guys' names and where all their information is online. But he's going to face Derek Ogden, Eli Wolpert, Keegan Sawyer, Chandler Taylor, Austin Vangen, Colt Emerson, Vincent Loggle, Reese Donges, and Cade Cummings. Caleb Dreesen will do the pitching for the Rams. So let's get started with Wilson Anderson versus shortstop Derek Ogden. Steady, hefty breeze headed out to right field. One of them made it out of here last night with St. Ignatius of Ohio, where Jesuit won that one by 2. That was one of those fly balls that just hung up there. Fastball clips that outside corner, and just like that, Anderson, who works very quickly, for those of you who are first times to see him, he works very quickly and stays right around the strike zone typically. There's his slider. That one finds the dust down there, and it's 1-1. I'm Doug Politz. I'll be bringing you the game tonight. I'll do my best to switch up the angles as appropriate. Let me get something on the technology here, folks. I'm not getting the switch here that I'd like to get. It's not going back and forth. There we go. Hey, it looks like I will be getting an intern here. Okay. Sorry about the switching back and forth. Oh, he wears one, and so does the umpire. I think that one hit Derek Ogden and then ricocheted and hit the umpire. Okay, so that's going to spot the leadoff hitter at first base. Obviously not according to script for Wilson. He's going to have to find his groove here, which is not usually a difficult thing for him. He's got such a high ceiling, this young guy. The trainers are seeing about the umpire. Derek Ogden's fine. He's over at first base talking with Griffin Boson. But home plate umpire is a little bit shaken up. All right, you guys in the chat. He looks like he's okay, though. In the chat, please, folks. The St. Ignatius, I'm not trying to start a rivalry here, okay? But the St. Ignatius folks last night, boy, they had lots of people watching from all over. Pam Hersey, all right, beautiful. Of course, we got Diane Fultz in Ocala. And we got the Mert gang up in the Jacksonville area. All right, thank you. Clouds are clearing up here, and squaring the bunt is Eli Wolpert. He puts that bunt down, scooped up by Kirchner. He fires it over to Boson on target in time, and the sacrifice bunt gets Derek Ogden over to second base. Okay, Keegan Sawyer up, the catcher. First pitch is a slider, and it's in there for a strike. Called strike one, 0-1. On deck, Chandler Taylor. Hey, how we doing? All right, nice to meet you. There you go. Have at it, my friend. All right, I do have someone helping me out here, so we might have a few little angle switches here while he gets up to speed with Mr. Rivera. Colin remotely. That one off the mark outside, a ball and a strike. Okay, so early on, one runner on. That's Derek Ogden. He was hit by pitch as the leadoff hitter. And it's a 1-1 count to three-hole hitter catcher Keegan Sawyer. And Wilson kicks and fires, and that one's in there right down the pipe. Called strike 1 and 2. Yes, the Badin Rams in these key lime pie colored uniforms. Amazing. I have not seen, I guess I've seen a softball team here or there with uniforms like this. But you're going to have no trouble telling the teams apart. Long look in there from Anderson, and he keeps shaking it off. He and Brady Marshall taking a little bit of time to get their signal straight with the runner on second base. Fastball, and he has called strike 3. They try to double him off at second base, and Brady Marshall's throw is on target, but Ogden gets back. That's 2 outs, top of the first, and coming up is going to be Chandler Taylor. Now Chandler, left-handed hitting center fielder. I do have research on Chandler that he is committed to the Alabama Crimson Tide. The #1 outfielder in the state of Ohio in this senior class. The future Mississippi State Bulldog, Wilson Anderson on the hill. And the future SEC opponents ought to have a pretty good battle here this evening. 1-0. Top of the first, early on here, folks. The man at second base is Derek Ogden, the leadoff hitter. We're getting a little bit of a drift on the camera out in center field. It's really windy. Fastball's in there, called strike 1. So we had that last night, and it sort of kept drifting down to where the graphic kind of interfered with it. And we'll do our best here. Okay, we may have to just switch to the press box camera. Working hard for you. There is a nice sharp breaking slider, but it misses a little bit outside. Fouls it away, back out of play, and the count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Chandler Taylor here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. So everybody in the chat, if you can make the technology work yourself, hop in there. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're watching. That one down and dusty. Nice job by Marshall to smother it and keep Ogden at second base. And no room left in the count here. It's full. Again, a steady breeze out to right field. Chandler Taylor awaits. Fastball gets him. Called strike 3, and Wilson Anderson retires the side with no damage. Top half of the first inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 Ram left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. It is Jesuit 0 and Badin 0. For that, really all they have to do is press button 2. Yeah, you're in No problem. All right, team. Let's see who's going to face Caleb Dreesen. Now, Caleb, the Badin pitcher, Caleb, the number 12 right-handed pitcher in the state of Ohio. He's got a 91-mile-an-hour fastball, 6'3", 172-pound senior. One-time tournament most valuable pitcher, tournament All-American, 8-time All-Tournament selection. Again, I have research on some of the players, and regrettably, I don't have it on all of them. He's going to face Ben Burke, Griffin Boson, Cannon Murtaugh, Wilson Anderson, Samir Muhammad, Brady Marshall, Hudson Rivera, Jay Kirchner, and Mason Greco. So starting things off is going to be future Mountaineer, Appalachian State Mountaineer, Ben Burke. The 5'11", 175-pound senior, 28-time All-Tournament selection. Ben, a true two-way player. Relief pitcher, outfielder, and hitter. Offense and defense, he has really been an integral part of this Jesuit team now for two varsity seasons for sure. And Dreesen kicks and delivers, and first pitch strike, best pitch in baseball, and that's strike one. Love to hear from some of the Ram fans, see where you guys are watching from, who you're watching. Is it your grandson? Is it a nephew? Is it a neighbor's kid? All right, the 1-1 to Ben Burke. And he bounces one over towards second base. That one is scooped up and flipped over in time. Great play by Cade Cummins. On the run, he gets it over to Loggle. And that is how you play that one, folks. Because Ben Burke, he can move. He hits a soft ground ball, and you better field it cleanly and get rid of it and be on target. And he did. Griffin Boson comes up, leads in basically every offensive category for this Jesuit Tiger offense. He's a future Duke Blue Devil, a senior, a 6'5", 205-pound senior. He's a first baseman tonight, also plays right field. He's homered 5 times this year. There is a breaking ball that kind of stayed up. Hey, you know that Dreesen's going to get a hold of that and kind of get a groove on that breaking pitch. There, got a nice snap on that one. It just ended up a little too low. 2-0. Not coming right at Griffin Boson. The guy is slugging over 600. His OPS is over 1,000. 25 hits this year. 20 RBIs, 5 home runs. I mean, he's getting it done up there with the stick. That one inside, and it's 3-0. Hey, all right, Tony Mayer from Fairfield, Ohio, the voice of the Rams. Awesome. That one's in there for a strike. Called strike one, 3-1. Yes, he was talking about that, Tony, about letting you announce half an inning last year. Yes, I was here for that too. That one hit the other way, past a diving Derek Ogden, and Griffin Boson keeps his hot-hitting ways. The throw over to first base hits first base and pops straight up in the air. They were trying to kind of get him overrunning the base. A hustling Keegan Sawyer from behind the plate did that. But anyway, it amounts to a single to left field on a hard grounder the other way from Griffin Boson, who is just, I mean, he is hot as salsa on a sunburn, at least for these last several weeks for sure. Watching from Cincinnati, Keegan Sawyer. All right, Keegan's dad's watching. Keegan's mom. Maybe both. Watching from home. Go Rams. Beautiful. I love it. Way to go. You guys got the hang of this already. Breaking pitch gets in there for strike one, and that brings up Cannon Murtaugh. Cannon, the senior center fielder, future Virginia Cavalier. Bottom of the first, no score. That's a nice break. He's got a good feel for his breaking pitch now. Yes, he missed on that, but it's got a nice darting action to it, down and away from these right-handed hitters. And you pair that with the 90-plus fastball, you can get a lot of people out. 1-1, one out again, bottom of the first inning. One man on, that's Griffin Boson, who singled the other way. Nicely done there on a dusty ball 2. Keegan Sawyer all over that. And now Cannon Murtaugh, who leads the team in doubles with 9. Stands in, takes a smack, hits it in the air to left field. That's going to be over the left fielder's head. Eli Wolpert not able to reel it in. Coming around third is Griffin Boson, but no, he's going to stop right there. And add to the double total for Cannon Murtaugh. I mean, I think he's got more doubles than he has singles this year. So now 2 Tigers in scoring position. That brings up pitcher Wilson Anderson. Now Wilson, an OPS over 1,000 this year. He's had 25 hits this year, hit a couple of home runs. Again, the Mississippi State Bulldog of the future there. And he certainly can put the barrel on the ball as well. And that one hits into his own shin, foul ball. And you got him waiting for you there, Wilson. First inning. And they say on a good pitcher, this is your best shot at getting to him is in that early inning before he really, really finds his groove. And that's obviously what the Tigers would love to do here with Caleb Dreesen. There, it's a good-looking curveball. And it's 0-2. He dropped that one in there, and it's got a great, sharp, darting action. Fairfield, this is Father Ed, Badin's chaplain. Hey, Father. That is wonderful to have you on board here. Father Hermes often is tuned in as well. He doesn't often get into the chat, but he'll text me, and then I relay it to all the chatsters. So, I don't know. I guess that's the 1999 version of live chat. 1 and 2. There is a good-looking breaking pitch and a nice job by Wilson Anderson. Gets the bat out there, fouls it off, and stays alive. John Anzalone. Watching Father. Catcher utility, Cooper Anzalone. Perfect. That one hit hard in the 5-6 hole. That's going to score 1. Boson scores easily. Murtaugh coming on. That throw is cut off and thrown over to second base to catch Wilson Anderson trying to stretch it to a double, but that's going to be a 2 RBI single as Wilson Anderson helps himself out with a 2 spot here in the bottom of the first inning. Okay, Samir Muhammad comes up, a future LSU Tiger. There's that breaking pitch. It missed inside, not by much. So Caleb Dreesen, 8 balls, 10 strikes. And a swing and an empty hack from Samir on a good-looking breaking pitch. I got a good feeling that Dreesen is going to be throwing that pitch a lot. And then again, pairing it up with that 90-plus fastball. There's that 90-plus fastball, but that's a little bit inside, off the inside edge. 2-1. A breezy hack on another breaking pitch. And now we got deuces. Wow, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, 2 men in already. Future LSU Tiger Samir Muhammad. Oh. Samir had called timeout. Home plate had sort of waved. Home plate umpire had sort of waved at the pitcher to tell him it's a timeout, and then looked toward Jesuit's dugout. Thankfully, he looked back in time, and thankfully Keegan Sawyer was paying attention as well, because home plate umpire was not, and he would have worn another one. He's getting beat up. He's like one of the Astros players right now, back when they were stealing signs. Routine ground ball out to Derek Ogden, finishes it off. Okay, bottom of the first inning. 2 runs, 3 hits. Nobody left on, no errors. So we move to the top of the second inning. Jesuit 2 and Stephen Badin High School from Hamilton, Ohio, 0. A nice crowd. I mean, Badin has a lot of fans here. A lot of fans. Really good-natured folks. I got to talk with them earlier, just kind of making my way around. And as usual, anytime I run into folks from Midwest, always nice, down-to-earth, good-natured folks. Sorry we haven't been able to dial up a lot of sunshine for you, but the folks from Cleveland last night, I told them the same thing. I said, man, it's been cloudy and dreary and rainy here. Sorry. And he says, we're from Cleveland, and said nothing else. He just looked at me with a grin. I'm like, okay, I get it. Father Ed, you are, I mean, this guy's a great source of ground intel, some ground intel here. He says a co-ed school, a high school, 9 through 12, about 725 students, operated through the Archdiocese of Cincinnati. I mean, Father Ed, keep the intel coming. We're gonna have you on the payroll, man. Okay, yeah. What do you think of our uniforms? Look, I live in Florida, so I love key lime pie, and that is exactly what these uniforms look like to me. The only complaint I have, I love the originality of the uniforms, but the numbers are white, and the uniforms are that light lime green. It's really hard to tell, especially if someone's out in the field out there. These old eyes are not able to tell the contrast and see what number player is playing where. Good thing I have all that here on my trusty iPad. Okay, Austin Vangan here, third baseman. He pops one up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. A 4-hopper into center field gets him to first base. I said it last night, folks. It is gusty. Colt Emerson up now, folks. The designated hitter. That one sliced down the starboard side over by the first base dugout. A foul ball, 0-1. One man on, Austin Vangan, leadoff hitter here in the top of the second. He singled up the middle. Fastball, too tall, gets by Brady Marshall, and over to second goes Vangan. I was saying, it is so gusty. I mean, that wind is just, I mean, it's got Old Glory just flopping all over the place out there by the right field scoreboard. That one right by Brady as well. I think they're crossed up on their signs. I think that Brady must be looking curveball. That's 2 in a row. So we've got 2 in a row there. They obviously don't have their signal straight, and that's why Wilson had to come up and he kind of patted his chest. I think he's saying that's me. It is 2-1 because he had a foul ball. Fastball high. The high heater gets him swinging 2-2. Yeah, if Columbus had this breeze behind him, he'd have landed in 1491. Here comes the 2-2. There is ball 3. Most everybody, except for the guy wearing black behind home plate, thought that was a strike. But he's the only one with a vote. There is a breaking pitch, and that one is a called strike 3. It's a really good-looking pitch from Wilson. He hasn't thrown that much tonight. It's been mostly fastballs, especially through this first time through the lineup, as is the usual strategy there. And it's going to bring up Vincent Loggle. And that one hit in the air to center field. Cannon Murtaugh's got a beat on it. He grabs it, comes up slinging. That's a high throw over the head of Brady Marshall, who does leap up to get it. A lot of arm on that. But Austin Vangen able to slide down underneath the leaping Brady Marshall, and the sacrifice fly makes it 2-1. Okay, 2 away. Reese Donges, the right fielder, looking to drag bunt. Clever idea there, as Jay Kirchner came hustling in, but that was a great idea. It's one of those you kind of get one shot at. That one, a fastball on the outside edge, and quickly it's 0-2. As Wilson Anderson, probably 15, 20 pro scouts up here, as is usual this year. Between him and Wechter and Muhammad, what a stocked full cupboard of pitchers Miguel Menendez has right now. That one right in on the hands, and he fouls it off into the netting. Well placed. He's certainly got him set up if he wants to throw that slider now. And Reese Donges says, nope, I'm not quite ready. He backs out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And there's that slider, but that one bounces in there. It's got a lot of dive to it, but it's 2-2. It's got a lot of dive to it, but that one not in the strike zone, and Donges does not offer. And here comes the 2-2. He kicks and fires. He thought about it, but did not pull the trigger, and that's going to fill up the count. And he bounces it in there, and that puts Donges on first base. I got it, Fatherhead. I'm just playing with you. We have been to Ohio Final Four D3, 16 times 2 state championships, 7 runners up. Man, I love it. I think the Jesuit fans in the chat are getting a kick out of all these comments. There goes the runner, a swing and a miss. The throw is off on the third base side. but that's a straight steal on ball one. And the speedy Donges is now in scoring position at second base. We got one of the Badin fans says our coach is colorblind. He chose Easter egg green. I go with lime sherbet green. But look, I've never seen jerseys this color, which I like. Did he get him? No, he didn't get him on the pickoff attempt. Wechter and Anderson were perfectly on point with the attempted pickoff, but Reese Dawn just able to get back by an eyelash. Okay, 1-0. Cade Cummins awaits, and he swings through a breaking pitch. It's now 1-1. Cade, the 9-hole hitting second baseman, would love to put one in the outfield and score Donges and even this thing up. That's that breaking pitch, and that does not hit. A little bit down and away. It's now 2-1. As Wilson Anderson, 35 pitches, 19 strikes, 16 balls. And right on cue, Father Richard Hermes, I'm sure, is in St. Louis. He is tuned in as well. So Father Hermes, former president of Jesuit here, and Father Ed Pratt, both tuned in. That's a ball low. So I'll make sure and tell all these people to watch their language when they don't like these umpires' calls. A swing and an empty hack as Wilson gets out of that one, leaving a runner at second base. So, top of the second, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 Ram left on base. We're through 1.5. We head to the bottom of the second. It's Jesuit 2, Badin 1. All right, Caleb Dreesen backed up at third base by Austin Vangen, shortstop Derek Ogden, second base Cade Cummins, Vincent Loggle at first, behind the plate Keegan Sawyer, left to right in the outfield Eli Wolpert, Chandler Taylor, and Reese Donges. Okay, headed up to the plate is Brady Marshall. And Brady this year has put the sing in single. He's had, I believe, 25 singles this year. 18-time all-tournament selection. Junior catcher. He has just worn out the 5-6 hole with singles this year. And here comes the first Dreesen offering. That one is fouled port side back into the pond over the third base dugout. And it's 0-1. And that one hit to shallow center field, and that bounces in front of Taylor for another single for Brady Marshall. I tell you, they're going to start charging him rent over there at first base. Who is going to run for him is Christian Sheffield. And Christian wreaks havoc on the base paths. He's the future Florida A&M Rattler. He's headed up to Tallahassee next year after he graduates here at Jesuit. And he is at first base, but he is not usually there long. He'll usually make a break for it pretty early in the count, but we'll see. Here comes Hudson Rivera, who had a great night at the plate last night and in the field. Sophomore second baseman. He squares to bunt, puts this one down, first base side, fielded by Dreesen. The easy toss over to Loggle, and the sacrifice bunt plays out as it's supposed to. Nicely done. And over to second base goes Christian Sheffield. That brings up Jay Kirchner. Now Jay, the senior third baseman, is going to play down the road in Lakeland for the Florida Southern Moccasins. A D2 outfit over there that reloads every year. He'll be part of that reload. Dreesen tilts and tosses, and the breaking pitch in for a strike. He's thrown 26 pitches, 17 strikes. Dreesen really has, of course, early, first few hitters got on. Jesuit scored a couple of runs on that Anderson base hit. But then he has really been in great command of his pitches in the strike zone. A swing and an empty hack as Kirchner breezes through that one, and he's quickly down 0-2 to Caleb Dreesen. On deck is Mason Greco. One away, bottom of the second. There's that breaking pitch, and that one dove low and away. Kirchner, a good job just being able to tap that one foul. Caleb Dreesen going to pitch for Miami of Ohio when he finishes up for the Rams. Fastball just off the mark outside. A ball and 2 strikes. Thank you for the intel, Father Ed. Spins and throws to second base, and Sheffield dives back safely. A swing and an empty hack, and that sends Kirchner back to the dugout. And brings up 9-hole hitter, right fielder Mason Greco. Greco, a sophomore, a 24-time all-tournament selection. He's been a tournament MVP. Called up earlier this year. A swing and an empty hack as he really dialed up some fire behind that one as Dreesen tapped into the 90s. And that one in on the hands. That one bounces in there, and it gets away from Sawyer And over to third goes Christian Sheffield on the wild pitch. Okay, 2 men out. Greco with a chance to bring in Sheffield here and go N+1 on the scoreboard to make it 3-1. That one off the inside edge and at the letters, 2-2. All right, Chris Wesselman watching from Okeana, Ohio. Sorry if I got that one wrong. And that one hit in the air to right center field. That's going to get up into that breeze, and it's going to carry. And it two-hops the wall out there, and it looks like Taylor a tough time corralling it out there, and it gives Greco a chance to spin around all the way to third base. Taylor was on it, but then he had to reach for it a few times before he could actually get his hooks on it and actually get a hold of it and relay it on in. So Mason Greco brings in a run and gets himself a triple. All right, it is now 3-1. Back to the top of the order, Ben Burke. Now Ben grounded out to second base, his first time up, and that one is chopped starboard side over to the first base dugout, foul. That one down and in, and it's 1-1. So Dreesen, 37 pitches now, 24 strikes. That one down and dusty, and Keegan Sawyer is keeping busy back there. He is very active behind the plate, smothers everything. That one ball got away from him, but nothing else has. 2-1. That one's where it belongs, 2-2. That one down and in, and a full count. That one, a bouncing ball over to the shortstop. It is not picked up cleanly as Ogden does not get the handle on it. And Burke stays safe at first base. And in comes Mason Greco on the E6. And you know Ogden wants that one back. It was a routine play, but lost the handle on it. Moves the score to 4-1, and it brings up Griffin Boson. The throw over to first base. He's safe over there. Again, Boson leading in virtually every category. Home runs, slugging, on base, OPS, RBIs, runs scored, walks, all of them. Probably most importantly, there's a huge breeze going to right field. Another attempted pickoff. No go. First time up, Griffin Boson singled to left field. A whisker out of the range of Derek Ogden. On a backhanded dive, almost got it. That one, a fastball, is just inside, 1-0. He smacks one into the opposite hole. This one between first and second for another single. And Griffin Boson, I'm going to tell you, this guy's he's working on more singles, hit singles, than the Thriller album over there. Okay, Cannon Murtaugh, he doubled to left field his first time up. He comes up with 2 men out, but 2 men on. And that one hits the elbow guard of Cannon Murtaugh, and that's going to fill up the bases now. So Cannon Murtaugh's down with OBP. He's on base twice tonight. Brings up Wilson Anderson. Now Wilson, last time, had that single to left field that brought in 2 Tigers to get the scoring started. The wind is picking up. You really just need to hit a pop-up to right field, and I think it'll carry out of here. A swing, and that one out of the range of Wilson's bat. A good-looking pitch. But man, that breaking pitch is a good-looking pitch. Miami of Ohio, you guys are getting a good one. And the 0-2. A long look. Caleb Dreesen into Keegan Sawyer. He kicks and fires, and the fastball's off the mark outside, 1-2. Breaking pitch, beautiful looking shape to that pitch, but it just misses off the outside edge. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 Tigers already in, 3 Tigers on board right now. And he gets him swinging. A great pitch from Caleb Dreesen, and he gets out of a real pickle there. And it could have been significantly worse. So tip your cap to Caleb Dreesen to get that strikeout with the bases loaded. 2 Jesuit runs on 3 hits, 1 error, 3 men left on base. We now move to the top of the 3rd. It's Jesuit 4, Badin 1. All right, due up is top of the order for the Rams. Ogden, Wolpert, and Sawyer. Nicely done for a Wednesday night. We got 445 of you guys have watched. As nightfall starts to descend on Hyer Family Park, little bit of natural light still left, but it's just these sort of silvery, wispy clouds. Nothing looking threatening, it just looks dreary. All right, Ogden was hit by a pitch his first time up. And future Mississippi State Bulldog, Wilson Anderson, goes into the windup. And a drag bunt trickles foul down the third base line, and it's 0-1. That one off the mark outside, 1-1. Now that one is right where it belongs. In the zone, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Anderson in the driver's seat. He's thrown 41 pitches, 23 strikes, 18 balls. There's that slider. It bounces in there, evening up the count, 2-2. Across the infield, left to right, it's Kirchner, Wechter, Rivera, Boson. Outfield, same direction, Burke in left, Murtaugh in center, and Greco in right. That one up and in. And Derek Ogden fouls that one off. It was right about at his chin, it looked like. Still able to get the barrel of the bat around and get just underneath it. That's impressive. What bat speed. Nope, that one's dusty, and that fills up the count. He's even got the Easter egg sort of lime green bat. Got to give it to him. He's full on school spirit there. That one a high Baltimore chop. Fielded and slung over by Hudson Rivera. Very smoothly done on the 4-3 ground out. Eli Wolpert comes up, and Brady Marshall's going to get tended to for his technology there in his left earpiece. That usually each game there are a couple of times he needs to get that thing adjusted or replaced or something. Eli Wolpert, he sacrifice bunted down the third base line his first time up, and he sees a heater down the middle, and it's 0-1. That one bounces in there. It's 1-1. That one, a heater that he sort of digs out of the low and away dirt almost. Moves the count to 1-2. Goes with the slider, but it bounces in. And Brady Marshall doing a good job deflecting those back there, as it's really coming in with a lot of pepper on it. 2-2. Fouls it straight back. There's that. Did he go around? They're going to ask. No, he didn't. That's another one of those sliders that is just. They're coming up short, so He's bouncing those right at about around the plate. That's a fastball, too tall. Got a lot of steam on it, but as they say, it doesn't matter how fast you throw ball four. That's going to put Wolpert on first, and that's going to bring Sawyer to the batter's box. Now, Keegan Sawyer, the catcher, was called out on strikes his first time up. We mark right about 1 hour of this game. We're in the top of the third. A 3 straight night homestand here for the Jesuit Tigers. St. Ignatius from the Cleveland area last night. Badin from the Cincinnati area tonight, and then St. Pete Catholic tomorrow night. Now he landed the slider there. Very nicely done. He's working from the stretch now, of course, with Wolpert on first base. We'll see if he makes a run for it. He does not, but Wilson tosses it over to Boson, seeing if they can catch him off guard, and he dives back safely. There he goes. That's a called strike on a breaking ball. And the throw is on target, but not in time. That's a called strike, and Eli Wolpert with a straight steal of second base. It's now 0-2. Yep. And the umpire, somebody called timeout. Oh, it's Keegan Sawyer called timeout. There's a lot of dispute over what the count is. My vote is 0-2. Apparently Game Changer's saying every conceivable count. 1-2, 2-2. That one sliced right into the Badin dugout. And all the lime sherbet jerseys just go scattering in there. It looked like if you had one of those kids' birthday parties and they had a bunch of those little cupcakes on a table and someone kicked the table or something, all those lime green cupcakes just scattered everywhere. That's exactly what that looked like over there. 0-2, I think. And we got another timeout. This is like the last minute of a basketball game. We got so many timeouts. 0-2. Fastball, too tall. And I got 1-2 here. And he gets him swinging on that slider. And I tell you, when he gets that thing working, it's really, really difficult for high school hitters, for sure. I mean, I would think hitters at any level, quite honestly, when he's got an upper 90s fastball and he can drop that in there, very impressive. Okay, Chandler Taylor comes up. Chandler, future Alabama Crimson Tide outfielder here. #1 outfielder in the state of Ohio. He was called out on strikes his first time up, playing center field. Got teammate Wolpert at second base. He lets that one go over the outside corner. And Anderson jumps ahead 0-1. The pickoff to second base. Little pitch and catch of Anderson and Wechter. Fastball, a lot of steam on it, but it's outside, 1-1. He makes a break for it. That's a ball, and the throw is right on target. Gets him by an easy margin over there as Eli Wolpert tries to get third base. But Marshall with a strike over there catches him and ends the inning. All right, top of the third. No Ram runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We move to the bottom of the third. It is 4-1 Jesuit. All right, due up for Jesuit, Muhammad, Marshall, and Rivera. Muhammad lets ball one go up and out. Okay, so Caleb Dreesen on the mound for the Rams. He has thrown 50 pitches now, 30 strikes, 20 balls. Fires that one right past Samir Muhammad, and the empty hack moves the count to 1-1. That one right in on the hands, and he fouls it away out of play.
He said to go in the visitors' press box side and say, "You're waiting for the camera." I think there's an angle there. But he already had your picture. I tried to.
A swing and an empty hack, and that one gets past Sawyer. Bounces all the way back to Dreesen, halfway between the pitcher's mound and home plate, but he alertly picks it up and throws him out. So that's going to be a 1-3 drop third strike strikeout. All right, brings up Brady Marshall. Brady, hold on to your seats. This is going to shock you. Brady singled his first time up. Dude has been a singles machine. It's hit, single, hit, single, hit, single. It's seemingly every other time he bats this year. 1-1. There's that breaking pitch, and that is it. I'll tell you, if he threw only that pitch, I bet you he'd have about 70 to 80% strikes. Now that he's got a good feel for it. That one a fastball up at the letters. He fouls that straight back. That one, a high chopper up the middle. It is fielded backhanded by Cummins, but he's going to throw across his body. In no way he's going to get Brady Marshall, as he easily gets first base on what's an infield single. Another single. And yes, he put the thing in single. Okay, running for him is Christian Sheffield. You guys might not know what that reference is. It's to, what's that gal's name? Lizzo. That's who it is. So ask your Gen Z or Gen Alpha kids slash grandkids. They'll tell you who Lizzo is. Anyway, so Brady Marshall continues to rack up his frequent flyer miles at first base. All right, Huddy Rivera. He's been hot as chicken grease these last few games. What is he, about 8 for 10? Sacrifice bunt his first time up. I'm good, thank you. Hey, JJ, how you doing, man? Likewise. That is a ball. They thought he might have swung, but he did not. And Hudson Rivera has a 1-0 count. Fastball, that one's in there. Dreesen with that 90s plus fastball. The throw over to first. Chasing Sheffield back. Sheffield running for Marshall, who singled. There he goes. And Rivera, a nice swing. He fouls it back into the netting, and Sheffield returns to first base. It's now 1-2. On deck, Kirchner in the hole, Greco. 500 plus of you guys watching tonight. Thank you very much. It's shaping up to be a pretty nice night. A little bit of chill in the air. Not much, but a little bit. Those of us down here in Tampa, we don't want it to get any chillier than this. This is about as much as we're really equipped to handle. It gets to about 60, 62 degrees here at Hyer Family Park. It's the coldest 60 degrees in the world. Everybody's bundled up. They'll have blankets all over them and everything. A swing and an empty hack on a pitch well out of the zone, but Dreesen set him up pretty well on that. Okay, that brings up Jay Kirchner, who swung through strike three his first time up. It's 2 men out, 1 man on. Just the bottom of the third. We've been at it over an hour. This one has just been plodding along. It's not been a quick game so far. Fastball, too tall. 1-0. Fastball up top. And now the count moves to 2-0. So Kirchner in the driver's seat on this one. See if he gets something he can swing at here. Dreesen at 63 pitches, 40 strikes, 23 balls. Sheffield at first. Does not make a break for it, and that one is a breaking pitch. Kirchner ahead of it, sort of pool cues it down to the opposing dugout. Foul ball moves the count 2-1. The throw over, and Sheffield is safe. And there goes Sheffield. That one hit in the air, starboard side. Right fielder over. Donges makes the catch right on the outfield foul line. Over on the right field side, and that retires the side. That's over there.
This is the view everyone sees?
No. See, this is us right here.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good. I'll go.
Okay.
I was sports con marketing and then master's in business. So I thought we were looking at that one back there. Thank you. We have all the fancy equipment.
All right, we got a little bit of activity in here right now, folks. Glad you can hear how the sausage is made up here. No runs, one hit, no errors, one man left on base in the bottom of the third. Move to the top of the fourth. It's 4-1 Jesuit. Anderson's still on the hill. He's at 60 pitches now. Okay, all the Gen Xers out there, if you can hear, that's freestyle freaking in the house tonight. Move your body from left to right. Don't Stop the Rock. That one's from the clubs back in the late 80s. Not that I'm saying from personal experience here. But man, that one nobody could sit down when they put that one on. That's back when auto-tune first came out and they were just kind of messing with it on every song. They didn't really know how to use it. So they'd like sing a whole song that way. All right, Chandler Taylor, he gets a fresh count since Wolpert was thrown out at third to end last inning, and he starts off with a ball, 1-0. That one fouls it straight back. Nice, easy, gliding swing he's got. Kind of stays on plane throughout. And the Rams center fielder is down 1-2. He struck out looking his first time up. And that one a little low. And it's now let's see. I got 2-2 here. On deck is Austin Vangen. That is a breaking pitch, and he lets that go. So a full count for Taylor. And Anderson working very quickly. He watches strike three, outside corner on that mid-90s fastball as Wilson Anderson gets a called strike three, and that brings up Austin Vangen. Now, he singled up the middle his first time up. That one bounces in there, but Brady Marshall able to scoop it up. Ooh, Greg Maddux wouldn't be happy with that. Swapping out that ball that has some scuff on it. There's that breaking pitch. Now that one lands, and it's a 1-1 count. So he uses the breaking pitch to get back to even in the count, and in the windup, slings that one. Got a lot of pepper on that, and it induces a foul ball from Vangen. And he gets another swing and miss on the breaking pitch. Down in the dirt. So Wilson has all his stuff working now. Brings up Colt Emerson, who was called out on strikes his first time up.
Number 8, Colt Emerson, the designated hitter.
Fastball. A really late swing on that. Kind of took it out of Marshall's glove almost. 0-1. Oh, is he swapping out? No. He went black? Yeah, okay. Yep, that's about right, folks. We lost our battery on the center field camera, so you get to enjoy the view that we get to enjoy, which is the press box view. Those of our live stream regulars, they know you get to about the third, fourth inning, and that's about as much gas as that thing has out there. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on, top of the fourth, and the Undertaker's music starts. And that one hit in the air to right field. Greco stands under it, makes the grab in the third out. And the Tigers head back to the dugout and get ready to hit. Okay, 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Jesuit 4, Badin 1. So yeah, all right. This is good a time as any to let you guys know. My name's Doug Politz. Yes, I do this as a volunteer. What do I really do? I do get this question all the time. I'm a parathyroid surgeon here in Tampa. Little glands in your neck that sometimes get tumors that are not cancer, but can cause all kinds of problems like kidney stones, osteoporosis, and can make you tired, forgetful, achy, crabby. Basically make you feel like you're 50 plus years old. Anyway, I have sort of a nationwide practice of people coming in, need these little tumors removed through a little small incision. That's what I do for my real job. So if you want to look me up and follow me on Instagram, it's Parathyroid Guru. It's Doug Politz if you want to follow me on or find me on Facebook. Or if you have how do you know if you have that? You have calcium levels that are too high. So if you or someone you love has a calcium level that's too high on routine blood work, this might be you we're talking about. Feel free to reach out. You can DM me through Instagram if you like. You can call me at Tampa General. My office number is easy to get there too. All right, back to my volunteer job. We got Mason Greco up. He tripled to right center field. His first time up, he lets ball 1 go. That one, a bouncing ball to third base, gloved by Vangan. The toss across in time, out number 1 is in the books. One pitch, 1 out for Caleb Dreesen. He is 67 pitches into this. We are back to the top of the order, and Ben Burke. Now Ben has grounded out to second base and reached on an error to the shortstop. One away here in the bottom of the fourth. And again, our center field camera is out of commission for now. That one popped up. Port side. Left fielder coming in. Shortstop going out. Ogden gets it on his way out to left field. And that puts Ben Burke in the books for out number 2. All right, so brings up Griffin Boson, future Duke Blue Devil. He has singled to the left side, singled to the right side. You talk about hot. This guy, he's swinging a hot bat, man. There's a breaking pitch. That's in there for a called strike. All the regulars are holding their breath saying, hot as what? I know it's going to be some cornball thing he's going to say. I'll refrain for this. I'll just say he's hot, okay? He's swinging a hot bat. That's it. We'll just go with regular old mundane broadcasting for one at bat. And he catches him looking. Strike 3. Quick work made of the Jesuit Tigers that inning by Griffin Boson. By Caleb Dreesen, sorry. Griffin Boson with the called strike 3. Bottom of the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of the fifth. 4-1 Jesuit. All right, Samir Muhammad's going to come in and pitch now, folks. Okay, so now I'll go over a bunch of stuff on Samir Muhammad, okay? He is a future LSU Tiger. He's a junior. He is the #1 right-handed pitcher in the junior class in the country and, of course, in Florida then. He is a 40-time all-tournament selection. He throws up to 99 miles an hour with his fastball. 6'5", 250. Leads the team with 69 strikeouts in 33 2/3 innings. Couples it with a changeup and a slider. 69 strikeouts against 14 walks, an ERA of .832. He's been a tournament MVP twice, a 5-time perfect game tournament most valuable pitcher. 2-time tournament All-American. He's a Team USA player. The center field camera is not going to work anymore. Yeah, we have no battery for it anymore.
He said Doug gave a very good public service announcement for his parathyroid surgeon. I've known him for more than 10 years and didn't know that until tonight.
People always tell me that. They go, really? That's what you do? Well, I'm not obnoxious. I don't like say it every inning.
Awesome. That's a great compliment.
That's very nice. I kept it from you, Father. Okay, so until you end up knowing somebody with a high calcium. All right. So fielding independent pitching, one of these sabermetric stats for just what the pitcher does that no fielder has impact on. He's almost negative, .017. That's almost unheard of, unless I guess you're Ben Burke last year, who was negative, which basically means you strike everybody out, you walk almost nobody, and you don't give up any hits. All right, Vincent Loggle, he sac flied to center field. First pitch is, way outside, but it's got a lot of steam on it. Samir Muhammad up there. It's like he's got one of Khaleesi's dragons on his shoulder. Fastball outside, 2-0 for you Game of Thrones fans out there. Dracarys. Fastball outside corner, 2-1. Swing and a miss. I mean, he's raring back and humming it, folks. And a swing and a miss, and he gets strikeout number 70 of the year. And the guy's got another year. Wow. All right, that's going to bring up Reese Donges. Reese walked his first time up when he faced Wilson Anderson. Now it's Samir Muhammad he'll be facing. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, ball low. And that one, he squares to bunt, and that one is called foul. Oh. Well, Brady was standing in fair territory, and he reached into foul territory and got it. It's where the ball is, not where he is. But had he got it, had he cleanly, had that been in fair territory, that would have been a really tough play. He'd have been on exactly the same plane as Donges, trying to get that ball over to Griffin Boson. That would have been a challenging angle to field that throw. But we'll see if that amounts to anything. Ball low. 2 balls and a strike. Fastball off the inside edge, and it's now 3-1. And Samir Muhammad stares in, goes into his windup, kicks and fires, and fastball is too tall. And first base goes to Reese Donges for the second time tonight. He's down with OBP as his on-base percentage has gone up. All right, Cade Cummins comes up. He swung through strike 3 his first time up. And that is it looked like a slider. Very quick darting action. And Cummins managed to foul that over into the Truist Bank parking lot over on that first base side. There was one night I couldn't think of that name for the life of me. It's been Fifth Third Bank. It's been a few different banks, and I couldn't remember Truist Bank. Maybe I need to start doing Sudoku. Little facts like that. 1-1. Donges was leaning to second base. They caught him leaning over there, but he's able to get back safely. He's itching to get away from first base. He has a nice, healthy Steelers lead, 1-1. Off he goes. A swing and an empty hack. The throw is on time, but is on target, but not on time. It was a swinging strike. A stolen base. You can't do it better than that. Everybody did their job. Donges was just too fast. Marshall got rid of it quickly. It was right on target, just a half a step late. So now Cade Cummins with an RBI opportunity. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And we'll see if Don just makes a break for third. He does not. And that one is bounced over. Foul ball down the right field line. It is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Muhammad comes set at the belt. He looks back, looks forward, tilts, tosses, and Cummins doing a great job just hanging in there, fouling off some of these pitches that it'd be hard to do much with, keeping himself alive up there. I mean, he's got foul ball, ball, swinging strike to protect the runner, foul ball, foul ball. And here comes the 1-2. Did he go? Did he go? Yes, he did. Home plate umpire doesn't need a hand on that. He says, yes, he went around on that slider down and away. So a critical strikeout for Samir Muhammad as it moves it to 2 outs. And now Derek Ogden comes up, leadoff hitter. He has been hit by pitch and grounded out to second base on a smooth as silk play by Hudson Rivera. Gee. Fastball got to be pretty close to 100 there. Oh, wow. Okay. He says he did not go around there. It's just a great pitch, though. Wow. Man, when you can throw upper 90s, and you got a slider that's darts like that and stays right around the plate. Jeez. Man, this guy's got a future. Still has another year in high school. He kicks and delivers. There's that breaking pitch. It just off the outside edge, but it really is a good pitch. Just has to figure out how to plant that thing right over the plate. Here comes the 2-1. That is a fastball, and it is lifted. Foul territory right side. It is caught as he runs into the fence in foul territory. Does Mason Greco. I mean, he went a long, long way and was full speed ahead over there. I know it's right out of your view. You guys can't see that, but he took off into foul territory, never broke stride, caught it with about a half step between him and that fence, and ran right into it and just bounced right off it and picked up his hat and jogged in. Great play. Mason Greco. All right, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 Ram left on base. We move to the bottom of the 5th. It's 4-1 Jesuit. Okay, yes, okay. Now somebody signaled to me, why don't you put that link on the chat? Okay. So yes. Yeah, if you end I'm pretty close to a milestone in followers on Instagram. So, Gen Z, my kids, nothing's valid to them until they see it on TikTok or they see it on Instagram or something. So, you guys go learn something about parathyroid disease with all of my pop culture references and stuff. I'll put the link there. That's the Instagram link is at Parathyroid Guru. There you go. All right, Cannon Murtaugh comes up. He has doubled and been hit by pitch. A swing and an empty hack on what looked like a changeup to me, and that is a good-looking pitch there, too. Some really good pitchers tonight. Last night as well. Wechter threw for the Tigers last night. And now Anderson and Muhammad tonight. That is a fastball inside, and Cannon Murtaugh does not pull the trigger. How y'all doing over in Jacksonville with the Murtaugh crew? You guys still tuned in? There is a breaking pitch, and that one stays a little bit on the inside edge. It's 2-1. Cannon has been a double machine, man. Missed about a half dozen games to start the year, and he's just been doing great ever since he got into the lineup. He let strike 2 go on a breaking pitch. Looking for something he can hit between the outfielders out there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. 640 of you guys watching. Mike, I got nobody out, man.
You got nobody out?
Yeah. And that one was sort of like a lightsaber he did there. It's like he was blocking Obi-Wan coming at his knee there. Just enough to just get the bat on it and foul it off over there on the starboard side by the Badin dugout. A swing and an empty hack on a really good fastball at the letters inside. Tough to lay off and tough to catch up with. All right, brings up Wilson Anderson, who, hitting for himself, will continue to hit. He has singled and struck out. There's that breaking pitch, and he lands it right where it belongs in the strike zone, 0-1. That one hit hard up the middle. Second single of the game for Wilson Anderson. Wilson getting it done at home plate as well. All right, brings up Samir Muhammad. Samir has grounded out and struck out, being thrown out on the drop third strike. He lets ball one go inside. So now we're at 80 pitches for Caleb Dreesen, whose college commitment is Miami, Ohio. A swing and an empty hack. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. That one chopped over into the Jesuit dugout. And the count evens up, 2-2. And the 2-2 misses off the mark outside. Fills up the count. So big Samir Muhammad, again, future LSU Tiger. This will be one of those. Just pop it up to right field. Let the wind take it. That one lands down and in, and Samir is going to take his base on balls. He's going to bring up Brady Marshall. Wait, we're going to get a runner for Samir Muhammad. That is number 11. Is that Jack Foltz? Yep, Jack Foltz is going to run for Samir Muhammad. He's going to bring up Brady Marshall, who's either addicted to getting on or allergic to getting out. 2 singles up the middle so far tonight. Batting average nearly .450 on the season. All right, Dreesen looks in with 2 men on, and Brady bounces one over to second base. Fielded there, over to second base to get 1, and across to first, not in time. So the fielder's choice will move Wilson Anderson to third, and Brady will be at first. He'll get relieved of running by Christian Sheffield. All right, Christian Sheffield is going to run for Brady Marshall, who got tired of getting singles, apparently. He's going to go get dressed to go play the field. That's going to bring up Hudson Rivera. And there goes Christian Sheffield. And there's not much on that ball in the dirt that Keegan Sawyer is going to be able to stop that. So he gets second base. And now there are 2 Tigers in scoring position for Hudson Rivera. He has sacrificed, bunted, and struck out swinging. That one, a breaking pitch off the mark, down in the dirt, outside. And we're going to get a mound visit here at 89 pitches for Caleb Dreesen. All right, Hudson Rivera has a 2-0 count. There are 2 men out, there are 2 men on. They throw over to third base. Wilson Anderson back safely. Breaking pitch is in for a strike. 2-1. A swing and an empty hack from Hudson Rivera on that same breaking pitch. It's now 2-2. Deuce is wild. Couple of balls, couple of strikes, couple of outs. 2 Tigers on board. Second baseman in the batter's box here. And here comes Dreesen's 2-2. There's the breaking pitch, called strike 3. As I've said all night, man, he just needs to keep going with that. That is an outstanding pitch. All right, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 Tigers left on base. We move to the top of the 6th. It is 4-1 Jesuit. Austin, you know I love this tune when he says, I know what Bo don't know. All right, all the Gen Xers out there, you know what that line is a reference to? I know what Bo don't know. The first one to put in the chat what that's a reference to, I know what Bo don't know, gets free admission to the local Chuck E. Cheese. All right, Eli Wolpert has sack bunted and walked. That tailing high 90s fastball, and he fouls it off. Port side, out of play, down the left field line. Okay. And Samir rifles another one in there, and it's fouled back into the netting. That is that changeup, and it's the same delivery. He's really done well cloaking that pitch now. 1-2. That one fouled off, and I tell you what, Eli Wolpert, he is tough as a railroad spike up there. Samir is giving him all the gas he's got here, and he just keeps fouling it off. And there he lands the changeup. Boy, that is a devastating pitch. After all those upper 90s fastballs, he comes in with a changeup that dives into the strike zone. Considerably slower, but the same arm action. Great pitch. Keegan Sawyer comes up. He has been a victim of strikeout twice, once called, once swinging. And we'll see if Samir is really, I think he just by his body language, it looks like he's really starting to feel it now. He's 25 pitches in, 15 strikes, 10 balls. A fastball. It is fouled straight off the umpire's chest protector. home plate umpire's like, I got it. I'm good. Fastball too tall. The heat is up at the shoulders, but he lets it go. A ball and a strike. Jeff Niehaus, you're right. You got it. Here comes the hot stuff. That is a reference, yes, but that line is the reference to all those Nike Bo Jackson commercials. Swing and an empty hack. Wanted to remember all those Nike Bo Jackson commercials where he'd have a tennis racket, and then he'd have a baseball bat, and then he'd have shoulder pads on, and it's Bo knows track, Bo knows tennis, Bo knows this. So I know what Bo don't know. So much more than anybody listening to this broadcast ever wanted to know about that song. Swing and a miss. I know what Bo. Now I can't stop singing it. Yes. Do you have Chuck E. Cheese in Ohio? I don't know. I'm making this up, man, but I'm loving the enthusiasm, Jeff. All right. Coach Miguel heads out there. He says, look, man, you're a big, tall, strong, Cobra tattoo, big G. Just go right at him. All right, Chandler Taylor up with two teammates out here in the top of the sixth. There is a strike. He has been a victim of two called strikeouts so far. So this is there's a changeup. He gets a swing and a miss. So 0-2. You got LSU against Alabama here. Or the future LSU versus future Alabama. Let's see who comes out on top. And that is a foul ball out of play left side. A swing and an empty hack as he does ring him up. Let's go through the inning recap. Okay. It is no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, top of the sixth. So move to the bottom of the sixth, and we are going to get a southpaw. No, Adrian, the southpaw. We are, let's see, Caleb Dreesen is going to give way to, no, this is a right-hander. He was just carrying his glove. Okay, he wasn't wearing it. Man, this is where those lime sherbet jerseys are hitting me here, Mike. I can't make out that number. Okay, there's a 1 in his number. Just yell at him. Ask him what's his number. He's just right there. I mean, it ain't like we're in the next zip code. 20. Number 20. Okay. Man, these people watching this broadcast, they must be entertained here. Carson Lowe has come in for Caleb Dreesen, who did an outstanding job. I mean, you look up there, it looks like a bowl of Cheerios up there. I mean, it's got 2 runs, and then 0-0-0. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to tell, folks, what these numbers are on these lime green jerseys. So we're doing our best. Due up Kirchner, Greco, and then Ben Burke. But it looks like we're going to get Jackson Menendez. Hey? All right, Jackson Menendez is going to hit for Jay Kirchner.
Jackson Menendez.
And everybody always is entertained if Jackson can get on first base because he is busy over there, man. Jackson, a 5'10", 170-pound junior, six-time all-tournament selection. Fastball from Carson Lowe. Lands over the outside corner, strike one. Bottom of the sixth, 4-1 Jesuit. He goes out to talk with his pitcher. He says, you know, they can't see your number because the jersey's light green and they're white. Pitcher says, I don't care. Okay. Back to where we were. 0-1. Fastball too tall and too wide. 1-1. And that one is dusty, and that is ball two. 2 balls and a strike. And Jackson Menendez stands in, awaits the 2-1 from Carson Lowe. A swing and an empty hack, caught foul tip, basically. Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. $730 of you guys watching. Ball wide, 3-2. Your job got a lot easier, huh?
Yeah.
Once we didn't have to keep doing all that.
It was fun, though.
I mean, it makes you stay right on top of it, you know. He gets him swinging, and Jackson Menendez heads back to the dugout. That's all right. Keep your head up over there, Jackson. You got plenty more shots at this. Mason Greco comes up. Now, Mason has tripled and grounded out and made a stellar play off in foul territory down the right field line an inning and a half ago. Ran himself right into that fence. And he hits another one to deep right field. Back goes Donges, and he runs out of room, and that has got a chance. It's got some carry, and it's got a ticket out of here. Mason Greco hits one up into the wind, and it carries out of here for his first home run at the varsity level. Congratulations to Mason Greco. All right, Ben Burke comes up. Now there's some excitement. It's 5-1. 5-1 Jesuit. And Ben Burke, future Appalachian State Mountaineer, has grounded out, reached on an error, and flown out. I mean, here you go. An opposite field triple, an opposite field homer. Man, that is a bender there. Sharp breaking curveball. Taken, strike one. A ball and a strike. And he does commit, but would love to take it back. A ball and 2 strikes. Bottom of the 6th. As Greco has broken that 3 straight scoreless innings for both teams streak. All right, 1-2. Fastball, too wide, 2-2. Spins one, but it stays wide. Full count. On deck, Griffin Boson. That one, a high chopper to first base. Vince Loggle grabs it, steps on first, and retires Ben Burke. All right, brings up Griffin Boson. Griffin, the first baseman. Big lefty. He has singled twice and been called out on strikes. Fastball tails wide, ball one. Griffin Boson, the big 6'5" first baseman, again has touched them all 5 times this year. There's a called strike. Evens up the count, a ball and a strike. Griffin says, man, I'm tall, I'm 6'5". I'm a 6'5" G. You can't call that on me. That's way down there. A ball and 2 strikes. Ooh. Everybody groaned on that one. Ooh. All right. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And there's the hammer, but it stays wide. Oh, good take. Man, how'd he lay off that? Nice foul ball. That woke everybody up over there. That was going to take the left fielder. Eli Wolpert's got to run that one down. It hit the dugout. It's one of the beams of the dugout. See, that's clearly right out of the view of where you guys can see that. You see how much you guys need me? 1 out of every, 38 pitches you actually need me to tell you something. All the 37 other pitches are all bonuses. All right, he draws a base on balls. He's going to go over to first base where he can pick up his mail. He's over there all the time. Cannon Murtaugh. All right, Cannon has doubled, been hit by pitch, and has struck out. And he gets hit by pitch again. Man, Cannon has just been like a crash test dummy tonight. Just keep pounding on that guy. Unfazed. I think that hit him in the helmet. I don't know. All right, brings up Wilson Anderson. He put the thing in single. Single to left, single up the middle, strike out in the middle. It looks like we got somebody running for Griffin Boson, and that is, who's that? Somebody's running for Griffin Boson, number 21, Brian Schultz. Breaking pitch inside, misses. There is a fastball that misses the mark, and the throw down to first base hits Cannon, ricochets off into right field. Yeah, and so that's gonna be an errant throw, and Brian Schultz is gonna get to third base there. Interesting. That one hit hard into center field, and it's tailing toward right center, bounces, and Wilson Anderson has his third hit single of the night, and another RBI. This is like the High Infidelity album, nothing but hit singles. How many of you guys remember that album? We're going to get another pitcher here. And Carson Lowe's going to come out. You guys got the number on the new pitcher? Warming up to the synth grooves of Stevie B. It is now 6-1 Jesuit. I can't tell. Starts with a 1, I believe. $14 maybe? I think it's 14. That's Dylan Andrews. All right, Badin. Live streamers for Badin. We're saying that's Dylan Andrews. All right, we're going with Dylan Andrews. And he's going to face Samir Muhammad. I still hang on to it. Anybody remember that REO Speedwagon High Infidelity album? Can anybody name the 4 hit singles off that album? Man, am I going to be impressed. No free tickets to Chuck E. Cheese for that one, but I'll just be really impressed. That's got to be valuable for something. 4 hits off that album. Yeah, Doug, can you name them? Yeah, or I wouldn't ask. All right, 2 men on, 2 men out. Samir Muhammad. Breaking pitch. Sort of floated there inside, and Samir just kind of looked at it. Didn't really move much. Barely missed his shin. It's now 1-0. And he slaps one right at third baseman Vangan, who knocks it down, slings it across, and does get him in time. Good play by Austin Vangan. Knew he had some time there because it was hit so sharply. And he makes an accurate throw on the toss across and gets Muhammad on the 5-3 ground out. Run will not score. All right, bottom of the 6th. 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, 2 men left on base. We move to the top of the 7th inning. It's Jesuit 6, Badin 1. Who is that? Is that Neo?
I think it is.
Maybe? I don't know. Is it Neo? Is it Usher?
It's either Usher or Neo. They sound the same.
They do sound very similar to me. It ain't Post Malone.
Yeah, it ain't Post Malone.
Nope. He's got a very distinctive voice. It's not him. All right. Now I'm going to want to look it up. If only there were a device that you could just punch in a question and ask it. Okay. All right, my trusty assistant here, folks, is keeping me honest on the pop trivia. Man, Chris Wesselman on it. I hope you didn't use Google for that. I bet you had that off the top of your head. The last one, the 4th single, was my least favorite. But yes, Take It on the Run, Don't Let Him Go, Keep on Loving You, and In Your Letter. But it's 10 out of 10. All 10 songs on that album are good. Little known and even less cared for facts by Doug Politz. As Samir's headed back out there, he's going to face Vangen, Emerson, and Loggle. Almost to 800 of you guys. Guys, go call a dozen of your friends. Just tell them to just look up the website. Ben Burke is in left. Yeah, I see him out there. Is that Greco still in right?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess you can't take him out after this, huh? He's going to hit for the cycle.
Playing for the Rams, number 6, Michael Badin.
All right, Austin Vangen to face Samir Muhammad. Samir with 33 pitches, 22 strikes, 11 balls. First pitch fastball, too tall, 1-0. Man, he is just dialing it up now. Called strike 1. I got 8 for us, 3 for them. Who loves you, Mike? Who loves you? That one hit hard on the ground, right at shortstop Wilson Anderson, but got right by him. Bounced right over his glove.
Number 8, Cole Emerson, designated hitter.
All right, Cole Emerson, he has struck out and flown out to right field. That went a high chopper over towards second base. Hudson Rivera gloves it, slings it in time. Great play, as always, by Hudson Rivera on the run.
Play Hudson Rivera finally had his first base. He was out number 1.
All right, that's one away. All right, one away, and that brings up Vincent Loggle. He has hit a sacrifice fly to center field and struck out swinging. Now that one's in there. Strike one, called. 1-1. You got Austin Vangen at second base. He reached on an error. Vincent Loggle in the batter's box. Fastball is fouled back into the netting, and it's 1-2. You looking up if it was Neo?
Oh, I forgot the song.
He's already moved on, folks. You know the attention span of this generation. They can't stay on a topic that long. He misses low. 2-2. That's what my parents said about our generation too. So that we didn't have a long attention span. Yeah, my dad used to say all the time, y'all live in a push button world. That's what he had no idea. I mean but that was 30 years ago. He said because we had remote control. They didn't grow up with remote controls. So he thought it was, we were so lazy that we'd walk past the TV trying to find a remote control where we could just change the channel. Are y'all enjoying this conversation, audience? And he misses inside. And I think Samir says, huh? But I think it was a little bit inside there. Reese Donges comes up with 2 men on. As you guys get to eavesdrop on the mindless musings of Polites. Well, 1 out, 2 men on. And Badin not ready to pack it in yet. Donges has walked twice. That one lands for a strike. Oh, okay. We got a pinch hitter then. Yes. That's Cooper Clay, who's batting now, folks. 1-1. Misses up high, 2-1. That one sliced foul into the bank parking lot. 2-2. Cooper Clay looking to move some teammates around the bases. See if he can chalk up another run for the Rams. But my good friend in the chat There was no fish on the High Infidelity album cover. High chopper to Huddy. Over to Griffin. 4-3 ground out. That one, a great breaking pitch. That really has a great darting action to it. Fouls it away. But is this number 10 still? Yes. Okay, Cade Cummins. He has struck out twice, but the Rams are down to their last out here. Top of the 7th, 2 outs. But 2 men in scoring position. There's a strike right down the pipe. And Samir Muhammad is 51 pitches into this. 33 strikes, 18 balls. And it may be the final pitch. We'll see if Cade Cummins has an answer for Samir Muhammad's fastball or changeup or slider. And Samir he put everything behind that. Again, like one of Khaleesi's dragons is sitting on his shoulder there. Breathing fire out there. 1-2. Same spot, same result, 2-2. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on. Second baseman up to bat. And a bouncing ball over to Hudson Rivera. Gobbles it up, spits it out, gets the 3rd out. And that is going to do it. All right, team. Let me tell you, I have thoroughly enjoyed bringing this to you guys tonight. What a great audience, a great chat tonight. Really good competitive game. I know it ended up 6-1, but I'll tell you, I mean, Badin came here to play, and a couple of hits here and there, and Jesuit just turned out to have more hitters. But 834 you guys watching tonight. Really appreciate it. And tomorrow night, senior night, St. Pete Catholic comes to Hyer Family Park. But this one ends 6-1, Jesuit. Jesuit gets 6 runs on 10 hits and commits 1 error, leaves 8 on base. Badin from the Cincinnati area of Ohio visiting and scores 1 run, 1 hit, 2 errors, and leaves 5 on base. That's going to do it, folks. Thank you. Have a good night.
Have a good night.